home. That's why everyone's celebrating. But then again, it tends to be like that though. Like when it comes to Christmas or Christmas Eve, people usually do a lot of the celebration on Christmas Eve, and then usually Christmas Day is like the quiet day. At least that's what I prefer. Christmas being the quiet day, but you know, usually people do more on Christmas Day. Depends on people's availability. Depends on like what people do on that as a tradition for themselves. So anyway, let's get back into this. I did lower some volume options because, to your point, Jade, the music was just really loud over time, and I feel like it just kept getting louder. I don't know what it was, but it just kept getting louder. 3 hours later, no, let's yeah, we'll try. I mean, in terms of short, that's still short, no? Because then if I do a full stream, it'd be like at least 5 hours. At least I used to. I don't know about now. Yeah, maybe my long hours, an hour, 3 hours, and the short is usually what, an hour. All right. Let's see if I remember how to do this. But hi, Sush. What you got going on today? All right, let's see if I could. Should spawn in beside me? Oh, no, it's over there. Okay, now for the boss. I stand by what I said. I don't know, might boot up some Destiny 2 today. Oh, okay. Oh my god, why did I jump? We are already off to a bad start. Maybe I should just redo this one. Yeah, we should probably just redo this. Okay. Let's redo it right now. There we go. Bad start already. We're trying. I just hate how it's a whole thing. I have to start all the way up here, and we have to fight those monkeys, and then it gets into that fight instead of just starting at the boss fight. But, you know, a lot of games tend to do that. Shit, I didn't release the trigger. Now the boss fight. Okay. Oi! Oh my god. Okay, let's just not. There. That's not even enough to... Oh god. That's not even enough to get the second heal. Oh. Alexa, what are my notifications? Alexa, stop. What do I need to know? Why are people doing fireworks? Why is the air quality bad? What is happening? Where's the death counter when you need a death counter? We do have a death counter though. It's an exclamation point death plus. I haven't really played a game where we needed it. Death counter. There's one more. One more monkey. What are you at? Oh, there you are. But I don't think that deck counter is even resetted. Ooh, scared me. Have a safe drive, Jade. Okay, that's one. I knew he was gonna do that. So whenever I attack him, he does that whenever he's shielded. And I don't know if I'm supposed to dodge left or right for this guy. See, if I do this, I can dodge right. I overdid it! Why is there only two? Oh, rip. Why your name popped up on the stream? Oh. Yeah, dude. How's it going, Vandit? Generic hello, I love that. I like that. That's fun. 3. Was that 3? Okay. How you doing, Vandit? I'm just trying to get through this. I'm still playing on the expert difficulty. Jesus, I wonder how it is. I wonder if there would be more flowers in terms of healing. But we get it. We get through it though. We just gotta fucking, I guess, be more patient and read more of his moves. I don't know. Hold my heavy attack. Oh, lower? Okay. I don't know. You can count it. You can count it, Sushi. I don't remember, honestly. I thought it was more than that. Oh, son of a bitch. Are you kidding me? I rode behind you. Oh, I can't even cancel my own actions. Oh no, not yesterday. I don't even remember. We died too many times yesterday. Dude, I fucking hate this. What the fuck? Oh my god. Jesus. Hi, John. Oh my god. How you doing, John? Happy Christmas Eve. Hello? Uh-oh. See? And then my fucking controller is not cooperating. Oy, oy, oy. How you doing, John? Are you heading out anywhere today? Oh my god, Wi-Fi. Hello? Phone? Why are we disconnecting from the Wi-Fi? Oh my god. I don't know what the fuck is happening. It says a newer game. Looks like Dark Soulish, or is it just this fight? Vandit, it's just this fight, to be honest with you. It is Kena Bridge of Spirits, and the difficulty that we have set this is on fucking difficult. We have it on expert. There's 5 difficulties. There's Spirit Guide, which is kind of like your average, not too easy, not too hard. And then you have your just kind of enjoying the story. Well, this is story mode, literally. Deal even less damage. We started here in the beginning, and I'm like, you know what? Let's get some challenge in there. And now I'm barely being able to fight this freaking boss. So, you know. But yeah, how's everyone else? Oi. Staying in where it's warm. I thought you were going to celebrate Christmas with family, Jonna. Unless I read that wrong from last time. Thank you, Sush. You are definitely going to be the death counter Talia. Because this boss is cheeky. At least you know you can't do the same moves. Well, technically I can. Where's the other monkey? Oh, family is there. Oh, okay. Gotcha, gotcha. Hope everyone's enjoying their time, though. What the? Bro, why are you fleeing already? We haven't even started. Oh, and you and the fourth one switch? Oh my god. The RNG in this game is that weird. Apparently, I missed his forehead. Alright. Oh my god. Let's see. No, I already know that was. See, the thing is, I don't even know how the perfect parry is supposed to be in this game. It's so weird. Okay, he has a thing where if I hit him here, okay, I can do that. If he hits here, I can do that. I can do this and that. No, that was your one. No! I thought he was gonna charge forward. I was scared. I don't know how I got hit there. Oh shit! I didn't know he was setting up for that. Oh, what the fuck? Ow! Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Hold on. Oh god. Oh. Oh no! Oh, rip. Oh, so close. So close. Wow, I don't want to lower the difficulty too. I want to keep doing this. This is the entire stream. We're just going to be playing this. Okay. I need to make sure that I don't use my heals until like the second half. And then basically not get hit. Thank you, Sush. Ugh. What did I say about not getting hit? How about that? Yeah, I think it's the camera too. It's just... I could do like targeting always on the thing, but I think that's gonna just confuse me even more. You know? Alright, we're going into this fight without goddamn full health. I think there is an auto-targeting though. I'm not quite sure. Where I don't have to worry about turning the camera so much, or it's just focused on her. Yeah, I think there is. I'm not quite sure. I don't know how that reaches. Oh, that's... Yeah, I think there is one. Let me check after this. It's usually the turning. It's usually that. I'm just gonna try and use this. Use it. When I remember that I actually have another move. Jesus Christ. Alright, we done that. I forgot I have this move. I keep doing the running and this, which is powerful. But this actually added more. And I never did a light attack. So that worked out. Or yeah, we don't need to worry about it. Wait, now I'm curious though. Controls? No. What would it be? Accessibility? Question mark? See, the follow camera's already on. Combat camera assist did not help me. They're on. See? Automatically rotate the camera to face enemies hit by Kana. No automatic facing at all. I had to do a lot of that. At least fast enough for my... Automatically focus aimed bow. Automatically use the focus ability when aiming the bow. I could try that out so I don't have to hold it. How's it going, Jamrock? Merry Christmas, how are you? And then if the aiming input no longer needs to be held. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. And I realize I can do more than just one move. More than just one heavy attack. That made me happy. Alright, okay. Let's just skip for one button. Automatically focus aimed bow. Toggle aim if the aiming input no longer needs to be held. I could try that. How are you, Jamrock? Okay, let's save that. Just to be fucking safe. Now where do we go? Oh, now I can cleanse the area. Are you kidding me? Why did that feel so anticlimactic after we killed that thing? Thank you, Bandit. I appreciate that. When Nick says the game is just too slow, I mean, look at the turning. If we were on mouse here, so this is controller, right? And we're playing on controller. This is mouse. If I was doing that fight on keyboard and mouse, I would have been like, ha, 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 you know? But no, we're on controller, so we got travel time. It's a can of Christmas. Hi, Ian. Welcome back. Okay, now that we're here, I have no idea what we're supposed to do. Ah. Very anticlimactic of a fucking... There we go. We cleansed the freaking backyard of Russo's house. You're welcome. You're exterminators. I would dizzy myself. I think I would dizzy you guys out for sure. I think for me, I would have been just so focused trying to realign back. Yes, Ian, your resub did go through, but because you did it during the intro streaming soon screen, it didn't go off. The alerts only go off when we're in just chatting and game screen, so. But I appreciate you, Ian. Thank you so much for the resub. And thank you for being the first person here. I'm good, happy to be off from work. Well, great for you, Jamrock. I appreciate that you come here after getting off of work. Also, how many times did we die, Sush, before we beat that? 5? So on the 6th try, not including yesterday?
Consumed by the troubles of our village. I was not there for Taro.
Yes, Ian.
I hope we can bring him peace. More relics are hidden in the corruption of the Forgotten Forest. I'll wait for you there.
Taro's knife. Meet Rusu in the Forgotten Forest. This is cute. Oh shit, now this is being toggled? No. That's not what I meant by toggle. Okay. I want to be able to let go of that and not needing to press the button twice. Imagine. Okay. So...
More relics are hidden in the corruption of the... I'll wait for you there.
Alrighty. Sounds Gucci. Thank you. That's cute. I like that. That's cool. Imagine pressing buttons, right? Why can't they just work whenever I think about it? Now, wouldn't that be cool? You just think about the action and you do it.
Open it up.
Oh, another one. Hello. The game is not louder than me now, right? Yesterday it was quite loud. Eat up. What's over here? Oh my god, look at that one! Oh! Alright. Russo's got a nice place, although where do you... Oh. I was about to say, where do you sleep? And I just see the bunk beds right there. It's not bad, though. It's pretty cute. If you have to think about the action instead of your hands doing the thing. That's so cute. So happy. All right. Now that we've done the... Why you guys got question marks on your head? What are we gonna do? You got question marks on your head. What's that? It's the relic. This is the relic, I think. Alright. Okay. Now that we've done that, we actually have to go here. So... let me warp myself over there. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I see something. I see something in the distance. Yeah, Nani. They do have spirit mail, yes. And that's how we cleanse the area. At least for the houses that are corrupted. Like normal houses in the village. There's something new here. What is this? What's that? Oh, you guys are gonna bring it over here? Okay, you can bring it over here. We're gonna grow a tier? Okay. Okay. But what do I cleanse? What else? Oh my god, my children grew so fast. The number of children grew so freaking fast. What do I use the tier on? Do I use it here somewhere? Oh! Oh, I didn't mean to do that yet, but... what do I use that tier for? Oh, you know what? We'll figure it out.
Can you pick that up? There.
The other one's rolling.
Over there.
Oh my god. The way they just eat things, look at- oh god. It's kind of creepy. Okay, hold on. I want to figure out what we needed that tier for. Oh, hello. What's this? This is fucking beautiful. Oh, that's adorable. I'd be worried about stepping on them all the time. I mean, they're spirits, right? So technically... I was gonna say technically you don't hurt them, but they kind of just know how to get out of your way. See? And then they kind of just reappear, vanish and reappear again if, you know, maybe one of them overlap and get stepped on. I don't know. So it doesn't hurt them. They kind of just pop like a bubble and reappear. Okay, I don't know where to use the tier. Hold on, before we sling down there, I want to figure that out. They have feelings, yeah. But I'm saying you're not gonna do it on purpose. You're not gonna step on them on purpose. It's usually by accident, no? Unless you decide to just step on them like freaking bubble wrap. Are you gonna do that like bubble wrap where you're just like, oops, pop, pop. Oops. Sorry, didn't see you there. Oops. What the fuck? Oh, you know what? My little... okay, they're just sitting there. I wonder if I need to bring it over here. Because they're just sitting over here, and I wonder what this is. So, we're gonna like... okay, that doesn't do shit. Boink. Nope. Okay, so it's not for that. Although they're still questioning it, and it's making me question it too. So many questions. Hold right trigger and press X to create a wrought hammer that can strike from a distance. I do like that. However, I do like this too. You know what? Let's focus on this. I like this. Let's do that. So hold RT. So hold right trigger, and there we go. That's not X. Ooh, powerful. Although it's a lot of wait time. As I just did? What do you mean? What do you mean? Bro. What do you mean? Okay. I don't... Wait. Oh, shit. Wait. Oh my god, I almost left and I didn't even see this. Is that what we need the tier for? Ooh. Hold up. Okay, this is a very far travel for that tier, so... Oh, let me talk to the boys. Hi,
It's
boys.
good to be back.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I wish Tara was here.
Okay, let's see how far we can get this. We Thor now? Nah. God, this is far. Oh, okay. It kept going. Okay. Oh, what is this? Hello? 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 What is going on? Little one, where are you going? Oh, this is so cute. This is so cute. Time for a wolf pack party for Toulouse? What's a wolf pack party? Huh. Oh my god. Are you serious? I brought that tier all the way over here when there's a tier right here. Ay, ay, ay. Need to do anything with that? No. What's up there? Oh, that's the... What is this?
Right there.
Oh. Oh, okay. I see. So I can jump up there. Okay. I thought there was... Oh, a wolf pack. Okay, I see. Oh, I need to cleanse that. Oh, okay, Jade. Come hither. Nice. Alright, we can buy a lot of hats now. Although I want a new outfit for Kano here. Oh, I see. Wait a minute. This is a different area. Where are we going? Look at this forest. There's so many places to go. Oh, I have a question for you guys who are in this stream right now. What is the highest resolution that you are able to choose? Because from yesterday's VOD, it was at the 900 resolution, but when I was trying to watch it back, it was limited at 720. So I'm wondering what you guys have now. Oh, what is that? Oh my god, I can sling myself around? Is this... Oh, okay, this is just hidden shit. Gotcha. Oh, wait. I see it now. I see it now. Oh my god, why am I going all the way back here? Nice.
It's over there.
What is that? Is that a feather? Come on now. Come on now. That is adorable. Oof, jeez, that was fast. Okay, well, I think that was it. I like the little puzzles here though, they're so cute. And then we just jump back down. Okay, we're done then. And then now we get back. But we get back the fun way. Isn't there like a more fun way to... Video res says 1280, 720 for you. Interesting. Okay. Let me see. Let me check that. I want to check something real quick. Oh, what the heck is this? Oh, interesting. I'm just checking on my end, seeing what it gives me. Oh, weird. Okay, so it gives me that. Interesting. Okay, good to know. All right, let's go. Have we been on this side before? Yes, yes, we have. Okay. So now I have to go down there. Okay. Gone there. We've gone up there to go to Russo. We've gotten the other rot up there, so we're pretty much done here. And he said we have to go to the Forbidden Forest? I think that's what he said. Alright. Here we go. This is scary. Wait, let me go to the... Where is the... Is it that way? No, it's that way. Okay, and I think the hat, yeah, okay, it's over here. Cool. Let's do this first. Let's buy another hat. Whee, the feather looks cute. Oh, I don't know if I like any of the... You know, I could get the gingerbread though, just to have a gingerbread. We have a lot of the freaking monies, although we're not even getting her outfits, so I'm kind of upset with that. Unless we get those later. Let's get a gingerbread one. That one's cuter. Oh, we have 3 extra. Oh, wait. Oh, shoot. All right, cool. So how do we cleanse this? Oh, I have to go to the right side. Oopsie. Is it here? Yes. So, where is he? Mended strength. What is that charm? Staff damage greatly increased for 10 seconds after using a health flower. Provides more health. For the amount of times that I get to parry, I don't know if Forgotten Forest. Lol. Hold on. I'm gonna send a text real quick. If it's closed, sir. Never mind. The Forgotten Forest. At least it's closed off.
No one knows the true age of these shrines. The people who built them have long been forgotten, but their work still remains, watching over the forest like ancient guardians. Taro's spirit has corrupted the shrines and sealed the entrance to the guardian tree. I can feel Taro's presence there. I've marked the shrine locations on your map.
Thank you, Rusu. I'll work to clean the shrines.
Restore the ancient shrines to open the guardian tree. Okay, thank you for guiding me. Do we go... I'll start on the right side. There's another fight, isn't it?
Yo.
Oh shit, that was a mistake. Oh shit, I gotta deal with these bitches. Bitch! Oh my god, I just want to try the new move. Oh, I can't jump in there. The game said no. I just wanted to try the new move. Just let me through. Oh, it's dead. What? Oh, we're down. Oh my god. Oh, can I not? Oh, I don't think I can do that without the okay. I don't think I can do that without raw energy? Question mark? Oh, I can't even... Oh my god! Oi. 6. I hate the charging and the what the heck? Why is this little man here? No! Is it because I went? Okay, okay, alright, alright. Why is there so many things going on? Oops. Oh, wait, can I stay in the cage? Nope, that's not me not looking at me just looking at them, yeah. Oops. Press the wrong button. I keep pressing the wrong button. Oh. You die? Why is the music so loud? This music is really doing too much. Was that not the music? Oh wow, they don't have the music optimized. Shoot, we can't enjoy the nice music without it blasting in our ears. That's me. Let's make that 12. Oh my god, I have to repeat this section again. Oh my god, that stupid moth. Oh, broke my shield. You die, you nasty looking thing. Hello? Do the attack! Oh my god, you know what? Just kidding. We'll do this again. Oh my god. Oh, there's another moth. Oh my god, I even parried the wrong thing. There we go. I did the rot hammer. Holy crap, that was difficult. I know the music is so. I don't even know if you guys can hear me. Can you even hear me? We've already. What?
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Hello, Scaper. I'm running because these idiots are freaking killing me too fast. Ah! Ouch, bitch. I don't like it here. Can we go down? Can we fight here? That place is too small. Fight me here. Yes, yes. Fight me here. Yes. Do the... Oh my god. I tell you to do a movement, just do the freaking movement. Oh my shit. Oh shit. Hello. Oi! Parrying. You know what's weird in this game? The parrying is so weird. It's such a weird timing. That was the last one. God. It's always the big guys that freaking suck. Goodbye, Skeeper. Oh my god. Okay, we get an hour. We're almost done streaming for today. We got a lot
Melting snow
to
from
prepare
the
for.
mountain shrine feeds these streams. The waters here are sacred.
I know it wasn't even a boss. Jesus Christ.
Melting snow from the mountain shrine feeds these streams.
Waters here are sacred. Okay. Okay. Let's see where I can swing around. Oh. Oh, I didn't even know that was supposed to be the thing. Nice. Got cupcake for Toulouse. Aw. That's so cute. Can Buddy have a piece? Aw. Did that owl just grow a mushroom? The statue just grew a mushroom. Thank you. Ooh, I like this mask. Whose mask is this? Sibling's mask. Ooh. Oh crap, how do we get back? Oh my god, there's so many places to go. I don't know which one to go to first. Okay, so that's... Is that new? That looks new to me. Let's go to it. Okay, Kana. It wasn't that high. Ooh, new hat cart. Can we finally get some clothes for her? Or is that something that I haven't really seen yet? That is adorable. We need less of this mushroom. Mushroom freaks me out a bit. Yeah. Okay, cool. Oh wait, I didn't check for the... Yeah. 3 potheads, you know. I used to have 5 potheads in the family. But here we go. We only got 3 left. I like the little coconut one. How's it going, Shin? Good afternoon to you. Okay. Oh, we gotta cleanse, doy. I'm over here, like, thinking, what am I supposed to do? Okay, let's get down back here. And then we gotta cleanse. What are we cleansing? To up there. There's so many places to explore. What the fuck? Oh my god. Look at these. Happy Christmas Eve, Shin. Like I was telling everyone, this is going to be a very short stream for us because I already hear people moving around in the house trying to get things ready for tonight. So as much as I would want to get off at 3, that's not going to happen because we got a lot going on already, and I need to start blanching some vegetables and wrapping some shit, fire up the grill soon, sees. Yeah. Okay, we'll do this first. What did I just do? What just happened? I don't know what happened. Oh, I do. Am I trying to cleanse the other side over there? Yes. Okay, so how do you want to be cleansed? Let's... Ah, I see. Where shall we move that? We move that over there. Alright. Then you can drop the object. Oh, you know what? Maybe we move it to that side. Right here. They're very strong too. This is the fun part of these little wisps. Okay. So we got that part figured out. We just need a couple more on the other end. So that one's reaching... Hold on, is it even reaching the right ones? Hold on, we got way too many rocks here. We got... Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, we gotta move that other rock over here. There's supposed to be 3, I think. No, not there, not there, not there. Move it here. Right there. Okay, and then you guys gotta get this and then put it right...
Yeah.
Over there. Put it right here. Right here. What's the fam doing tonight? We're gonna be cooking a bunch of stuff tonight, and then we're basically celebrating our Christmas during Christmas Eve tonight. Because everyone tomorrow won't be available. So it's gonna be a quiet Christmas day, and most of the celebration is tonight. So I hear people vacuuming already and everything going on in the background. I don't know if you guys hear that for the most part, but yeah.
These shrines were built on places of power. Their stones are buried deep, connected to the flow of energy beneath the ground.
Which means I gotta change and then get right into business. So what are we cleansing here, Rizu? We got a tier. Oh yeah. It needs to jump in there. We have a tier, but where do you want me to throw this tier?
These shrines were built on places of power. Their stones are buried deep, connected to the flow of energy beneath.
Alright, thank you. Okay. Let me... Okay, we just gotta keep cleansing, yeah? Okay, yeah.
Right there.
No. Let go of the rock. We want this one. We're gonna see if this actually can make it towards back here. That's the only corrupted thing I see. Seems about right. Oh, where do you want me to use this? Where are we supposed to... Oh, I see.
Over there.
What's the point of... I can just jump... Oh, you know what? There's no place to grapple on. Okay. I guess. Okay. We're two friends. Part of me feels, or part of me kind of wants to go through the bushes, but you can't. It's just, you know what I mean? Like, be able to just, even just jump on them. But there's too many invisible walls. Even this, oh, okay. That area we can explore. Gotcha. But there's so many invisible walls.
Right over there.
Okay. This is different. Imagine like God of War Kratos could literally bust through walls, but nope. That right? Exactly.
The guardian
Some things
tree
are
was
just
burnt
not.
out by fire, but it lives on.
It doesn't add up right.
Its roots run deep, connecting it with the ancient shrines. Clean the shrines, and the door will open.
Clean the shrines. Like, you want me to scrub-a-dub these shrines, or what do you mean? Okay, that's it. We got another warp here. Brilliant. These stones seem dead right now. I'm not quite sure what you want cleaning. This looks fine. What do you want me to... Oh, okay. I guess you're gonna try and clean some stuff here. I'm not quite sure what we're cleaning. Gotta give my little wisp some food. Brilliant. It's weird though, because every time I let them do something, it takes up 2 of the energy, but then them eating that would just kind of give them back the energy, so I don't know what's happening. You know? Hi! There's like little things that Kenya is saying, and it's so adorable. Can't really hear them sometimes. At least it's not as loud. But I can hear them. Ooh, we got a cursed chest here. I still have to do the cursed chest in the village. That's gonna annoy the crap out of me. Okay, here we go. How many deaths here? How many deaths? These bitches are powerful. Oh, I didn't see you come in there. You're right beside me. Yeah! There's not even a healing bar. Oh, what the? Okay. Kill me so I can just redo this. And this one is timed. Holy crap. Okay. What? Did the game literally just say, here, cleanse this before you do any of that? No. I want to... Welcome back home, Jade. I want to do that. Where is the chest now? I don't know where the chest is. Right here. Alright, we're gonna... Alright, where's the big boy? There's the big boy. He spawns in just now. Oh shit. What the hell? Me! Don't touch me! Ugh, time ran out. Son of a bitch. Oh wait, I didn't even get to heal. Oh my god. I'm screwed. See, if I can just isolate them, it's fine. But whenever the big boy comes in... Like, I don't have enough power to kill this guy. See? I don't got enough power. I don't got enough shit to kill this guy. Even if I parry him. I guess I could use this. Just stop dodging. Good lord. We die instantly. See, what I could do, I could take out these guys fairly easily, but then he spawns in right here. And he's gonna whoosh! Oi! Hello. I basically have to spend... This ain't even moving. There we go. With 1 second to spare, are you kidding me? So the new... Oh, that's cute. Okay. So you know what? That was worth it. That was worth it. Replay the cursed chest. We could replay it. I love how you can replay it and kind of just test out different ways to, I guess, fight them off faster. So I like that. That works for us. Cool, 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 cool. Okay, I don't know what that just did. Oh. Wait, how do I do with that? What do we do? I could see the... Wait, what? So it does that, and I see the... whatever that... Oh! Oh, I see. Okay, hold on. Alright, here's the puzzle part. I don't know what... Let me grab stuff. Look at all them berries. Oh my god, when I can't jump out of the water.
There are several worn fishing baskets here. A simple design, but effective.
Hmm? Oh, never mind. Let me just... Okay. That's a memory. Fishing unlocked, dude. If there was fishing in this game, it would be done. That would be it for me. That's all we're doing in this game and nothing else. I wonder if I need to light all of these all at once. You know? So let me see, because they're up quite a bit. I'm gonna position myself here. No, 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 don't do that, bitch. Oh, shit. What? Are we fighting? What's happening? What was that? Was that at the order? Jesus Christ. If there's an order to this, I swear to God. You. Oh. Oh my god, I hate these. I hate these bitches. That's not it though. I'm trying to look for a pattern that tells me. There's this thing. I'm not quite sure of the symbol though. Oh, nice, Jade. You got a free one. Oops. I'm not sure of that symbol. Hey, what's up, Panda? Welcome back, fam. I don't know if I'm only supposed to light 3, so when I do something wrong, those bitches come up. I just don't know what the symbol is supposed to reflect. Nothing really is happening though. And these guys come out because it's the wrong thing. Huh. What do you guys think this one is? Let's see what it unlocks. You too, Panda. Merry Christmas Eve to you and Merry Christmas as well. Are you going to be doing some preparations today? What's over here? Nothing's over here. Okay, so this has that. If I do... See, this thing has like a big circle and a smaller circle. Wait, that one does too. Shit. These pillars, I don't know what these pillars are supposed to... do I just light... Yeah, I don't know what this would be. There has to be some sort of order to this. I just don't know what they are. Can you light this area? Oops. I fucking bet. No, we're trying to cleanse you, bud. But I don't know the pattern to this. Let me see. If I can get more hints here. I haven't tied a tie in so long. First attempt was just short. That's okay, Escaper. Trial and error. Do it again. I'll have to try that area again. But first, let me see what's over here. So that tree I need to cleanse. I don't think this even goes anywhere right now. Oh my god, would I need to finish the other one first before I go do the other one? Oh god, okay. So much happening, I know. We're already nearing our end of stream soon here, and I'm just trying to see what the hell I'm trying to do. So there's this area also that we haven't cleansed, and there's the flower, which means we're gonna fight.
The lantern cave. A relic must be there, but we'll need something
Powerful to break through, eh? Ding, 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 ding. That thing won't even open up because we're not close enough. Okay, so I guess I have to focus on this cleansing because it's not going to do anything over there. I just don't know the pattern we gotta do here. Apart from the mask giving me this thing, I don't understand. I don't even know what those are. Shrines that I need to cleanse? That doesn't seem right. Am I seeing this wrong? Do you guys see what I'm not seeing? Not sure what's happening here. Oh, I'm trying to figure out what I'm supposed to cleanse, or how I'm supposed. No! Get up! I'm trying to see what I need to cleanse here. There's this icon that I don't understand, And then we have pillars here that I get to hit with my bow. And I'm sure in the right order it activates something, but every time I try it, it just brings me enemies. And I don't think that's it. And I hear dinging whenever I wear the mask. I hear the dings, but I don't hear their... I don't know which pillar makes what ding right now. Sounds the same. They just create... This is the first time I'm actually hitting a freaking moth. It's steady. Right, but I don't know which order. That's... we already knew the part. Whenever I can go in the mask, I can hit that. Because we're in the mask. Yes, Shin, please. Is it so obvious that I'm overlooking it? I want to understand... See the candles, yes. Oh! Okay, wait. I didn't even realize they lit up a different way. I don't know if that was the first one. Thank you, Shin.
There.
Thank you, Shin. That was so subtle of a hint, too. Damn. Like, I kept hearing the sounds. I kept hearing the dings, and I'm like, I can't recognize each ding because the music is so loud.
The children in Taro.
First try. We'll just cut the VOD. Jesus. Thank you for that.
Of the forest. I can almost hear their...
Taro and his siblings felt safe in these woods. You taught them well, Rusu.
Okay. Okay, we cleansed that. Thank you. Jeez, who would have thought to look at the candles? Very subtle. I like that. Wait, no, I'm going to go up there now. Okay. Is that what the icon was supposed to be? A candle? A fire? I did not understand that. Did it say on the thing, Shin, what that symbol meant? Was that supposed to symbolize fire? Because that was confusing. Oh, okay. No, that's different. I know, I have so many rots. I'm just buying them hats. look at the one with the mask. The little Taro mask. And the Rusu masks right there. Can I get up there? That flower is not opening, so I can't. Oh. No, why did I drop? Eee! Oh my god. In my head, I thought I was using a PlayStation controller for a second there. Me dropping to her death. Yes, let's do that for Kana. What's over here? Hi. I'm curious. I'm gonna go that way. It's a delivery. We get to cleanse another village house. Nice. Alright. That's exactly what I was wanting to find. Okay, your forehead is in the way. Let's try that again. Oh my god. Okay. Can you... There you go. Good job. Those are big shrooms. I think that's the only thing about this game so far. It's not as... Or at least it doesn't feel as responsive as, like, you know, if you were playing like Tomb Raider. Like whenever it comes to grappling and all that. This one feels like there's a chance where you will fall down. At all times.
Right over there.
Merry Christmas Eve, Lexington. Hello. Welcome back. You changed your name color. Are you ready for Christmas Eve, Christmas? Are you ready? So far, so good, Lexington. After this, though,
I can't hear anything. How do
I'm
you
gonna
hear
have to get off, sadly, and get shit started. By every minute, there's like commotion going on outside of my room, so that's when you know everyone's trying to get ready to prepare for stuff tonight. Because we're celebrating tonight instead of tomorrow. Getting tipsy tomorrow. Do you have people coming over? Friends, family? Or are you guys going to go anywhere? Thank you for the shout out, Jade. Huh. I see a flower over there. That means I'm gonna fight things on that corner. Oh shit, what the fuck? Oh shit, that thing explode. Oh wait, no, there's multiple of you. Oh, that's brilliant. And there's something spawning beside me. Don't fall! Hello? Yes, party time, sir. We're preparing all the food for tonight, so I'm just trying to spend my open hours before things get crazy. Son of a booty hole. This is why... Okay. Alright, we killed that bitch. We killed that bitch. What the? Oh, I hate you. I hate you with a passion. I need to make sure I don't fall, because... Hello? Nay, 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 nay. I hate these motherfuckers. I hate that I can fall too. Oh god, there's so many of them. Mori just pops up. Come on. There's so many beaches. Nee. Nee. Oh my Lanta. Oh, there's a demon up there. Oh god. I hate you. Wait. Oh shit. Hello. Why? Why is this a thing? So many invisible walls, yet I can fall off during a fight. Fucking A. I'm Uncle Cam? Oh. What the hell, dude? Oh my Lanta. Oh, I hate it. You know what? Just fucking kill me. We're just here. Just touch. Come on. What's everyone getting up to tomorrow? Peace and quiet. Mainly. Peace and quiet tomorrow. I do not want to be bothered on Christmas Day. Don't close! What? Hello? Okay, dude, what the? There's no way. There's no way so many of you are spawning in. Why is there a shit ton of you spawning in? I hate everything. No. Get out my way. No. 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 What the fuck? There's so many. Oh god. Oh god. Oh my fucking goodness. Heal me. Can you guys just chill? I literally have to wait till my arrows. Oh my god. Oh. Are you doing anything today though, Lexington? For Christmas Eve? Or is all the festivity tomorrow? God.
Some believe the shrines represent guardians of the forest. From up here, it's easy to imagine them watching over the land.
Oh, they're so cute. Really, Rosso? Oh my god, I almost fell. What's this? Oh, Oh, it's another one. We have so many. Been last minute shopping today, so glad I'm back home as London is chaotic tonight. Oh, I bet. I bet there's a bunch of people out tonight rather. And it's just gonna be a one heck of a festive night before even Christmas Day comes around. Another one. I wonder, imagine how chaotic it would be if we had all 20 something out and about. I would. Lose my mind. Can I not? We got a tier here. How do I bring the tier up there to cleanse that? Okay, we still got something to figure out up there. Okay, let's go back up. $20 something. Are you gonna continue that, Jade? What can we drop there? See, I don't know what that symbol means, so it is quite insignificant to me right now. Let's see. I can go this way.
Go get it.
Oh, are they gonna drop it? There you go. That should be it.
Over there.
But how am I going to... How am I gonna do this? And then... Oh, I see. They gotta take the elevator too. Oh, okay. They gotta take the elevator too. Hi, Falco! Merry Chrysler and Christmas and stuff. Merry Christmas Eve to you too, fam. Thank you for the lurk. I appreciate you always. I hope you have a good day today and tomorrow. Are we donezo here? Yes, we are donezo here. When do I get to collect outfits? Maybe I have to do that challenge and try to get a good score.
There.
Gives me karma points. Okay, I think we're good to go. Oh, wait a minute. Oh. They get to carry an object for me? Okay, well where do I need to put... Maybe I need to put that over here. Maybe. Not quite sure though. 'Cause usually that's where I stand. Why would I need to put an owl thing here? Oh shit! Bitches! Drop it, drop it, drop it! A sprout captain? Hello? Oh, he does 3. Oh shit, bitch. Oh shit, bitch! Oh shit, bitch! Oh my god, there's not even a flower here for me to heal. Well, That guy just backs up. 1, 2, 3. You good? I'm not. Oh, you're just gonna stand there? We can do this. Oh! We can do this, it's fine with me! My god. Camera, please. Oh, damn. Welp. Let's do that again. That new thing of mine is powerful. Maybe we should just do it from the start. Oh, never mind. Here, just this. Yes. At least we start here. There's no more weird intro. Good for you. You're running too. Bro! Why is your reach so freaking... Look how it's not following my target! Oh, wait. Okay, I see it now. I had to press the toggle. Right? Yeah, there we go. This works. There we go. There you go, Sushi. I didn't know it was a toggle I had to do, though. Okay, I don't know what he did. Oof. Okay, now I don't have to frickin' turn my thumbstick around. thing might be hurting me more. Oof. I feel like I shouldn't be doing the toggle. Still the expert Jade. I wasn't adjusting anything, I was showing them. No, I don't want it. That's new. How come I don't get a freaking flower here? This guy got 3 moves and I don't get a heal. What the fuck? Jeez. This shit is brutal. Hold on. I need to find out what this will do.
See that over there?
I don't know where I'm gonna put that. Wouldn't be this far.
Right over there.
Where am I supposed to put y'all? Over here? No, but y'all drop it!
Right there.
I don't know if I'm supposed to bring it over here. It looks like I'm supposed to bring it over here. There you go. That did something. Are there more of you? Oh, there are. Okay.
Over there.
Where's the third one? Don't tell me it's in the cave. Oh shit, it might be in the cave. Never mind, it's right here. They didn't even finish putting it on the... Okay.
Right over there.
Oh, you know what? I missed this. I missed this from the one, oh my god, in front of Russo's place. We need to go back there. So I can find and do that. Oh, we get another hat. That's cute. That means I still have to fight this boo-boo head. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, here we go. No heals whatsoever. Oh, God. Oof. Okay, we can do this. We can do this. I just need to distance myself from that guy. 2 hours. Although sometimes I'm too far before I can even do my hits. Oh my lord. Very just far. Good afternoon, Casey. I was about to say good morning, but hello. How you doing? Just trying to see what I'm doing here. Stop. Oh my god. Okay. I didn't mean to get hit too early. You did? What did you degen on? You stopped at 6? Oh my god, Casey. What did you do? Did you just play Val all day? Bro, I was trying to fucking dodge. Away, not around. Dun dun dun. Fucking lie. Okay, sometimes I get too greedy. No. Oh god! I hate that one. Oh god, please don't. Son of a... You played Val then Genshin? Which one did you play the longest? Oh my god, we're already on like death 20 for this guy. There's a thing that he does a dodge, and I hate it. Not a dodge. He lunges. Oh my god. Okay. Well, we are not doing good in this round. Too far. We were doing just fine earlier. Yeah. See that part. You need to dodge either behind him or away from him. Watch that. No! God damn it, dude. My thumb hurts. And then they won't let me. What the fuck just happened? We all just both lagged. No! I keep rolling away, not beside you. You asshole. This is the— oh my god, this is the part where I don't like the— I don't like the toggle. There you go. Because of that. Like, I would just do it myself. Because then I lock onto you when I don't want to. And then shit just goes to... See? Oh my god. Whenever I lock onto the enemy, I just literally get pulled within that circle, and that's why I don't use those. But sometimes it's helpful, sometimes it doesn't. Especially when I'm rolling away. If you're locked onto them, you roll sideways around them, and it fucking sucks. Alright, we're done with that. Here we are. Oi, oi, oi. Aww. Aww.
We leave offerings at the Guardian Tree, asking it to protect the ones we love. Taro left this for the children. He must have been so scared when he lost them. Many of the offerings here were placed by the first village leaders. Skilled hunters who use spirit energy to create powerful weapons. I'm sure the Guardian Tree won't mind if we use them to help Taro.
I don't know, Jade. He has the owl mask. And then Taro has the fox mask. And then apparently there's these weapons. Wait, what? When to be acquired under the rot? Hello? Look at that one. Look at that one. That one's just laid down. That's so cute. Look at that one. It doesn't have a care in the world. Oh my god. That is a... oh. Get up. Definitely, yep. That's gonna be me tomorrow also. Look at this one too. Oh my god. That is so cute. I like the one in the bowl because it's perfect. Ugh. That gingerbread house hat is so adorable. Where are the foxes? Oh, there they are. Oh, I love it here. Okay. It is incredible. Okay. So, we got 222. I think we end it here because we had a lot of boss fights for this stream. Because if I go any further, we're gonna keep going here. Open the path. Taro's regret. Clear the corruption in the lantern cave. Open the path to the lantern cave. Yeah, I think we'll have to keep that. Maybe tomorrow. I might have time tomorrow since there's not much festivities going on in terms of whatchamacall-this. Celebrations, because everything is tonight. Everything is tonight anyways. I think I might be able to stream a bit tomorrow. Probably the morning also. Because I try to save my afternoons and evenings. So, let me just walk there. Is this something? Oh, okay. Hold on. What did I, oh my god, what did I start? What did I start? Nee. What is this? Nee, it follows? Nah. We just, it follows! What the frick? No! Holy crap! And now we're fighting a mage? Alright, we're saving that for next stream. Okay, let's do that. Let's save the game. We're gonna do a different one here. And I gotta go. Gotta prep some stuff and cook. Thank you guys for being here for